Woodcraft's patented axle sliders provide protection and are a great-looking addition to any motorcycle. The puck design is made from solid, high-grade plastic, which offers more protection than standard hollow sliders. The exclusive quick-release system makes it easy to remove the axle by just removing the quick-release pucks and only adds 5 seconds to your wheel changes. For more on these axle sliders, we go to Woodcraft's president, Eric Wood.
So these are our 5-second axle sliders, and of all the products we make, this is actually one of my favorites. It addresses a problem that was out there of having an axle slider that does a good job protecting, which these things do. And they do one of the better jobs in the market because I really am a huge proponent of this solid axle slider surface that these things have. So, and it's got this quick release puck, which is key, which allows you to A, will change it really quickly if you get in a crash, and B, again, avoid the problem of having to perhaps dig a bolt out of a hole like this after you've fallen on it. You've got a deformed hole with plastic smeared all across it and that kind of thing. From a convenience standpoint, one of the biggest things I wanted to do is I wanted to have an axle slider that wasn't a pain in the neck to deal with when I changed the wheel. A lot of these things have nuts that go through. This one, like all of ours, is installed permanently on the motorcycle. Some of our axle sliders have a bolt that goes through the center that locks these in permanently. Others have a wedge fit, so the aluminum pieces are by themselves and they lock into either sides of the axle. Either way, once you've put the bases that these plastic pucks are on the motorcycle, they stay there forever. Unless, of course, you need to remove them. But they're never required to remove in order to change a wheel or take an axle out. And the big difference that is for a rider on track is that some of us that race, I'll change front wheels sometimes 3 or 4 times a day, or if I'm working on forks or whatever it is, I don't have to deal with that. So this axle slider, the cool part of the design is that it only adds 5 seconds to a wheel change. You get all the protection, if not more protection, than any other axle slider on the market, and it only adds 5 seconds to your wheel change. When you're changing a wheel, sometimes you're in a hurry, sometimes you want to get it done. I also don't want to deal with parts all over my floor, my bench, whatever it is I'm working on. And the ones with the through rods, with the nuts and the bolts and all the little washers and crap you got to deal with, like, I would never put one of those on my motorcycle. Even as much as I wanted the protection from my axles, I wouldn't do it. I mean, for years. And so I said, I would only buy a product that will only add 5 seconds. That was the number I just pulled randomly out of my head. Said, we'll add 5 seconds to a wheel change. And so adding 5 seconds involves pulling this off, and that's it. And when you put it back on, you pop it back on. And when I finally came up with this, I'm like, cool, like I made this for myself as much as anything else. And then, you know, luckily the other people that shared my desire to have these things be quick and easy to change and only add 5 seconds to the wheel change. So that's why I was really excited that I made these things, because then I had something I could use for my own motorcycles.